Avi Dichter is the former head of Israel's security service, Shin Bet, who now sits in the Israeli cabinet. He believes Iran's nuclear agenda goes further than the president is admitting.
There is no doubt about the fact that Iran is building a nuke bomb. All intelligence services around the globe, whether it's the CIA, the MI6, the European other intelligence services, and the Israeli Mossad, and the Israeli intelligence of the army, all of them are sharing the same information about the intention of Iran to build a nuke bomb.
Iran is currently allowing international inspectors only limited access to their nuclear sites.
I don't think that Iran will hesitate to cheat and take the opportunity of appearing as though they look for civilian energy and in fact trying to produce military bombs.
You could have the development of a parallel program that's undetected. At some point, Iran would get enough centrifuges operating and produce enough highly enriched uranium for a bomb, and you wouldn't even know it happened.
Opinions vary on how long it would take Iran to actually construct a warhead, anything from 3 to 10 years. But for Israel's military leaders, that is not the point.
We all are speaking about question of a couple of years, not more than that. So in this timetable, something should be done in order to stop this extremist regime.
Israeli intelligence reportedly believes that Iran will reach the point of no return no later than the summer of 2007.
I was an air marshal, and I was trained to open fire towards a terrorist once I identified two things. One, that he has a mean of warfare, a pistol, a hand grenade, etc. And the second, that he has an intention to use it in order to kill innocent people. Israel is not going to wait until the first nuclear bomb is going to be dropped on Israel.
Israel's leaders believe the defining moment when Iran proves that it can produce weapons-grade uranium is just around the corner.
As a last resort, the West should be ready to launch military strike to deal with Iranian nuclear capabilities. But Israel should be ready to deal with this kind of threat if anyone else doesn't do it.
In August, the Israeli press reported that the head of Israel's Air Force was masterminding the Iran front. Israel already has squadrons of the long-range F-15 and F-16 fighters at bases in the Negev desert. General Ben Eliyahu has assessed the challenge they might face based on his own experience as a pilot.
You have to think about nothing but the mission. 100% focus on what you do, 100% ready to surprises, because fighting in the air, surprises can come from every direction at every single second.
Military analysts predict that in a real raid, the planes would head out over Jordan and across Iraq, splitting off to attack the key targets. The heavy water plant at Arak, the Esfahan conversion factory, the new reactor at Bushehr, and the enrichment site at Natanz. And Israeli intelligence reportedly knows of other hidden sites that are more difficult to destroy.
Some of them well dug into the side hills with hardly any conventional weapon being able to penetrate. Others in crowded urban areas where any attack could end up with severe collateral damage.
There are a lot of targets, which makes it difficult, But on the other hand, it is difficult for them to protect it.
Israel's pilots are armed with precision-guided weapons. including huge US bunker-busting bombs designed to detonate beneath the surface and capable of penetrating 2 meters of concrete.
There is one thing that you shouldn't think about. You shouldn't be afraid, and you should not think about the option that you might not get back home.
Analysts say the raids would take place at first light, despite the increased risk from anti-aircraft fire and missile defenses. For now, it's just training, but reports suggest that Israel has already devised detailed plans for the raid.
With a good planning, it can be done, no doubt about it.
During this year, the Iranian army has flexed its muscles repeatedly, readying itself for a potential Israeli attack. Israel's military recognizes that any raid on Iran's nuclear sites could unleash a terrible revenge.
Iran, for its part, is ready to defend itself. We're not provoking. We do not want to engage in hostilities, but we will certainly be prepared to defend ourselves if that is imposed on us.
If Iran is attacked and strikes back against Western shipping in the Persian Gulf, where the Iranian Navy has dozens of bases, the price of oil could be the first casualty. But many Israelis fear a concerted backlash from the Islamic world, of which they would bear the brunt, with Hezbollah militants renewing their rocket attacks on northern Israel. This summer's conflict could prove just the first stage in a more protracted war. Israel's defense ministry also thinks that Iran has powerful influence over the militants of Islamic Jihad and Hamas. Israel could face renewed violence anywhere in the world.
The Iranians showed a lot of capacity to sow terror in different corners of the world through an organization without any fingerprint or through other extremist organizations.
We will have to take care of every Jew everywhere in the world if we use force against Iran.
In some Israelis' eyes, the possibility of nuclear attack on Israel's cities is so horrific that the government must act to prevent it.
The real immediate concrete danger is that once Iran turned nuclear, the controls of the world, the advanced world on proliferation will be lost forever. And you might find in a decade from now a crude nuclear device in the hands of terrorist groups.
The raid on the nuclear plant at Osirak 25 years ago shows that Israel is prepared to go it alone at a moment of crisis. Many Israelis think such a time may now be approaching again.
The moment they get it and start to frighten the whole Middle East and the whole world and Israel and to increase their support in terror, it can be too late.
I believe the president of Iran, Ahmadinejad, when he says that he intends to exterminate Israel, to wipe it off the face of the earth. I believe him because he's building the weapons for this extermination. And everything that we know says that if he can get away with it, he'll do it.
Once a leader like Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is repeating again and again the intention of how he's going to use such a nuke bomb, we cannot wait and count the days until it will happen.